Welcome to Engage Math, Pre-Algebra Lesson 32, Problem 2. So I took the liberty of drawing the tree diagram ahead of time just because I want you to see how it all fits together. So we're going to flip a fair coin 3 times. The first flip, you could either get head or tails. After you flip it the first time, the second flip, each one of those first flips can either result in a situation where the second time you get heads or tails. Okay, now for the third flip, each of the first 2 things that happened, we could again get heads or tails. So I'm not going to write out all 8 of these possibilities, but I do want you to see that let's just look at the first one. If you follow the red, the green, and the blue, you'll see the 8 possibilities. Heads, heads, heads. Maybe we will write it all the way out. Heads, heads, tails. Okay, then we can follow the heads on the first flip, then the tails, and then the heads, and then we had heads, tails, tails. So that took care of all of these first options. Now we could get tails on the first flip, and then we could get heads on the second, and then get heads, or we could get tails, heads, tails. And then, of course, there's 2 more. I'm just going to write them here. Tails, tails, heads. And then the last one would be tails, tails, tails. Those are the 8 options that are all the different ways that those 3 coins, or that the coin can be flipped 3 times. Okay, so how many possible outcomes? Part A, 8. We can see all 8 of them right here. B, how many ways can you flip the coin 3 times and get tails twice and heads once? So let's highlight those. Let's kind of look. I'm going to do it in green. We want to get tails twice. So the only places where there's tails twice, if you look right here, that's one place where there's tails twice. And then the other place where there's tails twice is right here and right here. So the possible ways that you can get tails twice and heads once is 3. Okay, so what is the probability of flipping 3 heads? Well, there's 8 different options, and the only time we got 3 heads was in this very first possibility. So that would be 1 out of 8. All right, thanks for joining us here today at Engage Math.